Sup guys, this is Derek from moreplatesmoredates.com. Today we're going to be talking about the best hair loss prevention shampoo. When it comes to shampoos meant for hair loss prevention, there's one overriding ingredient you have to make sure it has before you even consider buying it, and that ingredient is ketoconazole. So all other ingredients in shampoos are negligible compared to ketoconazole, as it is the only ingredient in hair loss prevention shampoos over the counter that can actually combat DHT directly. And you'll know if you watch any of my other hair loss prevention videos or read the articles that preventing DHT buildup in the hair follicles is the number one way you can combat hair loss. You have to prevent DHT from wreaking havoc and expediting your male pattern baldness. That's pretty much what it comes down to when it comes to hair loss prevention, is getting rid of the DHT. That's pretty much all you need to do in terms of minimizing your acceleration of androgenic alopecia. So in terms of covering your bases in all aspects of the fight against hair loss, there are three products known as the big three, and these are kind of the only things that I think are actually worth the money in terms of doing something. And anything else over the counter on the market is like 99.9% chance a snake oil product that does nothing. So as far as the big three, ketoconazole shampoo is part of the big three. The first one is finasteride or dutasteride and or RU58841. That's the first thing. And then those two are kind of like somewhat considered interchangeable in the hair loss community, but some use both, some use one or the other. If you want more info on RU58841, you can go check out my video or an article on it. That's what I use personally instead of finasteride or dutasteride. The second thing, minoxidil. Minoxidil is a hair stimulator for growth. It doesn't prevent DHT buildup or anything like that, but it basically expedites the rate at which you grow hair, and you can grow them thicker and longer and just better quality essentially, which is going to improve the hair density and all that good stuff. But it does nothing for actual hair loss prevention. It kind of is just like a stimulator for growth. So if you're growing faster and you're losing, in a sense you're preventing hair loss, but you're just growing more hair. So RU58841, finasteride and dutasteride combat DHT. Minoxidil, hair growth stimulator. And then the third thing, ketoconazole shampoo, prevents DHT buildup in the hair follicle. So these three products in combination will be your absolute best line of defense when it comes to hair loss. And I don't really see the point of wasting money on anything else, to be honest, unless you have like a biotin deficiency or something. But that's very, very rare, unless your diet is absolutely weird as shit. So anyways, as far as which hair loss prevention shampoo is best, I continuously go back to the same two that I believe are the best bang for the buck. That is Nizoral anti-dandruff shampoo and Regenepure DR. Not NT, DR. Make sure you get the DR version, because there are a couple versions and the only difference is the last two letters of the product name. So Regenepure DR. So this is what Nizoral looks like. At least in Canada, this is what it looks like. In the States, the bottle, I think, looks a bit different. As far as Regenepure, this is what it looks like with a big DR in the circle in the middle there. How you apply these, basically, every time you wash your hair, you rub them into your scalp everywhere, get it nice and covered, and then you leave it there for 10 minutes or so. I do like 10 to 12 minutes, and then you wash it out. So they're basically just normal shampoos, but they contain ketoconazole, which it's a powerful antifungal, but what it also does is it removes the buildup of DHT in the hair follicles, and it works very well. And it's probably the first thing I would recommend you try if you're starting a hair loss prevention regimen. It's the most forgiving side effect wise out of anything. It's over the counter. It's the weakest thing of the big three, but it's still a necessary thing to have in there. And if you can get away with complete hair loss prevention with just this, then you're doing pretty well. So the only difference between these two is that Regenepure DR has a variety of other ingredients that just make it a higher quality shampoo. So, not in terms of preventing hair loss, but in terms of just making your hair look better quality wise. Nizoral can tend to dry out the hair, sort of, for some people. For a lot of people, it doesn't, but for some people, it does. If you get that, then you can opt for this, and you likely won't have that issue. The thing is, Nizoral is quite a bit cheaper than Regenepure DR. So what I like to do is I kind of rotate between them. I keep a bunch of both on hand, and I kind of use like this one before I know I'm actually like going out somewhere and I want my hair to look its best, and Nizoral kind of the rest of the time. So this one's the cheapest. This one is more expensive, but it's a bit higher quality. In terms of how much they both prevent hair loss, they both do it exactly the same. So don't worry about that. In terms of hair loss prevention strength, they're both completely equal. So as far as where you can get them, I'm going to link the Amazon links below that you can check out. That's pretty much it, honestly. I just wanted to make this quick video talking about it because I get a lot of questions about it. And yeah, if you haven't seen my RU58841 video or any of my other hair loss prevention stuff, I recommend checking it out. Please like, subscribe, comment. Check out my blog, moreplates, moredates.com. Subscribe there. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.